Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Wakakudash. I double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and blessings to the elect, sincere brothers of Israel out there that's pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. Alright, this lesson is going to be addressing a comment that was left by Raz LG777. It says, I have some key questions, which really is just one question. They split it up into two parts for some reason. Are you about having a heartfelt connection to black people and their culture in general at all? Or are you more so about strict adherence to GMS doctrine? The quick answer is the second part of the question, yes. First part of your question, no, not at all. Because when you go into that word black, it means of the very darkest color owing to the absence of or complete absorption of light. Alright, the opposite of white. That's not really correct. A member of a dark-skinned... Let's go to the etymology. Because when you look at the etymology of a word, that's going to their true form and where it derived from and all of that. Alright, this is the point that I'm trying to make. Meaning fierce, terrible, wicked, figurative sense often comes from the notion without light, moral or spiritual. Alright, so that word means, fierce, terrible, and wicked. So the definition of black, the reason why that term was put on so-called black people was to demonize them. Alright, to make them of lower status. And you can actually go into those facts and if you research Bacon's Rebellion. Now, Bacon's Rebellion itself was actually uniting poor whites and poor blacks to rebel against, their slave owner, alright? And, it fell through, but it later, kind of spread throughout, far from Virginia and such, to where it started messing with a lot of economics of slave owners. So, what they did about this was after Bacon's Rebellion, Virginia's lawmakers began to make legal distinctions between white and black inhabitants by permanently enslaving Virginians of African descent and giving poor white indentured servants and farmers some new rights and status. Alright? They hoped to separate the two groups and make it less likely that they would unite again in rebellion. Alright, so they basically created a class system based off of your skin complexion. Alright, and you can research any kind of class system. Those are tactics. If you look up the word system, it means like a trap. Alright, so a class system is nothing more than just a trap to keep people thinking that they have some kind of freedoms or liberties, but in actuality they're still working for someone above them. Alright, but anyways, that's the meaning of the word black. Alright, so if you're calling yourself black people or black culture, that just means fierce, terrible, wicked. It derived from the Latin word niger or Niger. Alright, figurative sense is gloomy, unlucky, bad, wicked, malicious. Alright, shrouded in darkness, overcast, with dark purpose, malignant. So it's not a polite term. So no, I don't have any, but I know what you kind of meant, and I'm going to go to this scripture. This is 2 Ezra chapter 5. So like 2 Ezra 5 and 27 I'll start at. Because Ezra, felt some type of way when the Most High showed him a vision of him destroying a lot of Israelites, all right? And we know that the so-called Negroes of today and dark skin, a lot of so-called Mexicans. You look at the 12 tribes chart. Those are our people today. Those are what they're called by today. All right, and like when I first came into the truth, yeah, I felt some type of way, for my people. But then, as I got wiser, and understood that it's part of the truth that the Most High is going to destroy a lot of Israelites, 2/3 to be exact. Then no, I don't have any heartfelt towards them. All right, and you also realize that they're going to be righteous in the kingdom of heaven. All right, so there's really no. It would be folly of me to feel heartfelt for whatever kind of thing they're going through. All right, verse 27. And among all the multitudes of people thou hast gotten thee one people, and unto his people whom thou lovest. Thou gavest a law that is approved of all. And now, O Lord, why hast thou given this one people over unto many? And upon the one root hast thou prepared others, and why hast thou scattered thy only one people among many? So he was asking, I thought you loved Israel. Like, why are we going into subjection? Why are we, why would you put us in the hand of all these other nations and being slaves to them? Being put through all this hell under them. I'm going to skip down. It says, and they which did gainsay thy promises and believe not thy covenants have trodden them down. Thou didst so much hate thy people, yet shouldest thou punish them with thine own hands. Now when I had spoken these words, the angel that came to me the night afore was sent unto me, and said unto me, hear me, and I will instruct thee. Hearken to the thing that I say, and I shall tell thee more. And I said, speak on, my Lord. Then said he unto me, thou art sore troubled in mind for Israel's sake. Going back to the comment, he asked if I was having any heartfelt connection to black people and their culture or general at all. All right. So Ezra, was troubled in his mind. In mind just means heart. That the Hebrew word for heart is la'av, which really closely translates to mind. All right. So he's troubled in his mind or his heart. For Israel's sake. Lovest thou that people better than he that made them? So, he's like, do you really think you love Israel more than the Most High does? There's a reason for why Jake or, so-called blacks are going through what they're going through. All right? And the reason being is because they didn't hearken unto the Lord. Deuteronomy 28:64. Moreover, the Lord will scatter you among all people from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth, and there you shall serve other gods, wood and stone, which you or your fathers have not known. All right, and you read Deuteronomy 28:15. It says, if you do not hearken unto me, these shall be all your curses. And it goes on for 68 verses, there's 68 verses in that chapter. It starts at 15 and ends on 68. So that's what 40, 43 verses of curses. You, however, I will scatter among the nations and will draw out a sword after you, as your land becomes desolate and your cities become waste. All right, the Lord will scatter you among the peoples, and you will be left few in number among the nations where the Lord drives you. All right, so it's like a constant thing. It's Ezekiel 12:15. So they will know that I am the Lord when I scatter them among the nations and spread them among the countries. He's doing this because he has a great work to show who the Most High is dealing with. All right, he's scattering all these Israelites among all these people, and he's putting them through hell because he has a a greater plan. All right. Zechariah 13. Uh, Zechariah 13, and I'll start at 7. It says, "Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, saith the Lord of hosts. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered, and I will turn mine hand upon the little ones." All right, so he bam, he messed us up, right? Around, from the 1400s leading up all the way till now. All right, the Most High has been relentless. Like, he put that sword on us, and we were scattered all over the world, right? And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. All right, so 2/3 are just gonna die, man. So why would you feel some type of way when you see so man, here in Memphis, there's been what, like, there's some crazy number, like more than 20 shootings on the highway, like interstate, like around Memphis, like on the highway. Not even, they gone out of the hoods and now they're shooting each other on the highway. It's kind of messed up. But there's been like 20 like this summer. It's like broad daylight too. So I mean, for people like that, it's like why would you feel some type of way for them? You know, they're playing with fire and they get burnt. Why would you? Anyways, verse 9, "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, It is my people, and they shall say, The Lord is my God. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is my power." Alright? That's what they're going to say, man. The 1/3. The ones that, understand not to feel some type of way for the rest of their people that are going to die. Alright? I'll go to 2nd Ezra again. I think it says, because the Most High showed Ezra, like a lot of visions, and after each one is like he got sick or whatever, and then an angel would come to him and was like, "Hey, toughen up, bro, because you gotta fast 7 more days, and then we're gonna give you another vision." So, and you got a picture in your mind, like he was seeing Jacob's trouble, nuclear destruction, what was soon to happen and what was far off to happen. So that's why he felt some type of way when he saw some of these visions. Was like, why? Like, but then the angel explained. He's like, "Look, man, the Lord loves these people more than you. Toughen up." All right. This is 2nd Ezra 14, and I'll start at um, I'll just start at 14. "Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter." So whatever you see on the news, right now, is going to get worse, alright? So cast those thoughts off, man. You try to get right. That brings me to the next part of the question, where he asked, are you more so about strict adherence to GMS doctrine? I'm going to try to fly through this. The first thing when he said this, because when you look up the word adherence, it's like it means, like attachment or commitment to a person, cause, or belief. So the quality of process of sticking fast to an object or surface. That's where you get that word adhesive tape. So it's like sticking to it. You're not. So the first scripture that I thought of was Revelation 3:11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So yeah, I'm about that strict adherence to GMS doctrine, right? Because what do the scriptures say? Psalms 37:37. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace, right? This is and Ephesians 4:14, that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. So I'm not gonna waver in any other kind of shit. I'm not gonna follow this black culture movement or this because they need justice. Really, the scriptures say, has the wicked has there any man been punished that has not done wickedness? Roughly paraphrasing. Um, and then Matthew 7:13, enter ye at the strait gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So yeah, I'm gonna stick to this GMS doctrine because that's the straight gate, man. Alright, they go 100%. They don't leave out any parts of the scriptures. They break it down. Alright? So yeah, I'm sticking to that strictly. Alright? Because the rest, if it isn't, for Yahweh Shem Shai and through the Rakak Wadash, alright? If it's not 100% correct doctrine, then it is black culture. Alright? And that's not what I'm about. So with that, I hope this video was edifying, and shalom.